Gemini, an air sign known for its versatility, energy, and curious nature, is always in search of new experiences and knowledge. They are unpredictable people with a quick mind and an insatiable desire to discover the unknown. Geminis can be both sociable and introspective, making them a fascinating enigma. Today, we reveal 25 reasons why being a Gemini is truly a blessing. Let's get started. Number 25. Geminis don't necessarily kiss only when they're in love, but they don't do it without meaning either. A Gemini's kisses are a reflection of their multifaceted personality. They don't simply kiss out of routine or impulse. Each kiss is an expression of their emotions at that moment. From passionate and intense to light and playful, their kisses can carry a different temperature, intensity, and feeling each time. This variety adds an element of surprise and excitement to any relationship. It's not about the kiss itself, but the meaning and intention behind it. For Geminis, every kiss is a unique expression of the connection they share with the other person. Whether they're in love or simply sharing a moment of affection, their kisses are thoughtful and meaningful. This is a blessing because it shows that love and connection are never predictable with a Gemini. They keep things fresh and invigorating, turning even the most ordinary moments into something special and memorable. Number 24. It's not difficult for a Gemini to attract admirers. Once they commit to a relationship, they can be quite romantic. Geminis naturally attract people with their charisma, intelligence, and charm. Their outgoing personalities make them the life of the party, and they have a knack for drawing others in with ease. This is a blessing because it's not just about superficial attraction, it's about forming meaningful connections based on shared experiences and intellectual chemistry. When a Gemini decides to commit to someone, they show a depth of care and affection that surprises many. While they may be seen as carefree or even flighty at times, once they establish a relationship, their romantic side flourishes. They become thoughtful, creative, and genuinely interested in making their partner feel loved and appreciated. Geminis are known for their spontaneous nature, so their romantic gestures might come in unexpected ways, like planning a surprise trip or engaging in a deep, meaningful conversation at 2 a.m. Number 23. When a relationship ends, a Gemini tries to be empathetic, but they don't overexert themselves in the farewell. Geminis are known for their ability to handle endings with a sense of maturity and emotional balance. They understand that not every relationship is meant to last forever, and they accept this with grace. While they may feel sadness or regret, they don't let it overwhelm them. If you're up for the challenge and ready to keep up with their pace, you'll find a relationship that's full of joy, adventure, and endless surprises. Number 20. If you want to win a Gemini's heart, it's essential to be incredibly creative and use your wit to the fullest to avoid boring them. Gemini thrives on novelty and intellectual stimulation. They are not interested in the predictable or routine. Every interaction with them should feel like an adventure. If you want to capture their attention and keep their interest, creativity is your best ally. This means thinking outside the box, coming up with unique ideas, and engaging them in fun, unexpected ways. Whether it's planning a spontaneous date, presenting a new idea they've never considered, or simply keeping the conversation lively and dynamic, your ability to be inventive will be highly appreciated. Gemini loves a challenge, so don't hesitate to push the limits of your creativity. Show them that you can surprise them in ways they never expected. This is a blessing because it allows the relationship to remain exciting and fresh. Every moment with a Gemini will feel like a new discovery, full of potential and wonder. If you can keep them intellectually and emotionally engaged through your creativity, you will have a partner who appreciates and values the effort you put into keeping things interesting. Number 19. Gemini is fascinated by challenges that engage their intellect. If you can spark their interest by introducing new ways of thinking, you'll excite them in every sense. The intellectual curiosity of a Gemini is one of their most distinctive traits, and they are constantly seeking new ideas to explore. To win a Gemini's admiration, you need to provide them with fresh, stimulating perspectives that challenge their way of thinking. If you present them with a topic they've never considered or offer a viewpoint that makes them think deeply, you'll capture their attention completely. It's not just about knowledge, it's about engaging their mind in a way that feels like an exciting journey of discovery. This is a blessing because when a Gemini's curiosity is piqued, they become fully engaged, eager to learn and explore every nuance of the subject at hand. A relationship with a Gemini is full of intellectual stimulation, where both partners constantly grow, challenge each other, and inspire new ideas. Number 18. Gemini enjoys deep, sincere conversations, valuing honesty and intellectual exchange. For Gemini, conversations are not just about small talk or superficial exchanges. They crave depth, seeking meaningful discussions that allow them to connect with others on an intellectual level. Whether it's about life, philosophy, or abstract ideas, Gemini thrives in conversations that stimulate their mind and emotions. They value honesty above all, and they find true connection in openness and transparency. If you can engage in a sincere, thought-provoking dialogue with a Gemini, you'll be able to form a bond that goes beyond the surface. They appreciate the art of intellectual exchange, where both parties contribute their thoughts and insights in a respectful and open-minded manner. This is a blessing because it allows for a deeper level of understanding and connection. The relationship becomes more than just a casual encounter, it becomes a partnership based on trust, honesty, and mutual intellectual growth. With Gemini, there is always something new to learn, and each conversation feels like an opportunity for shared discovery and emotional connection. Number 17. Gemini is a very romantic sign that completely surrenders to love when they are in it. If you want to know how romantic a Gemini is, imagine the sweetest, most special thing you can. When a Gemini's love for conversation plays a central role in their romantic life. They can spend hours talking about anything, from abstract ideas to personal philosophies, and these exchanges fuel their emotional and physical connections. This bond is a blessing because it allows for a deep, multifaceted relationship. Gemini does not just connect on a surface level. They seek a partner who can engage with them intellectually and emotionally. Their approach to love and relationships is holistic, encompassing both the mind and the body, making them incredibly passionate, thoughtful, and engaging lovers. Number 14. The Gemini woman can display multiple facets, preparing you for a varied and enriching emotional experience. One of the most fascinating things about the Gemini woman is her ability to show different sides of herself, keeping her partner on their toes. She is dynamic and complex, constantly evolving in both thought and emotion. One day, she might be playful and spontaneous, and the next, she could be deep and introspective. This ability to wear many emotional hats makes her a highly intriguing person to be with. If you are with a Gemini woman, you will never experience a dull moment. Her ever-changing moods and thoughts bring an exciting and enriching element to the relationship. What makes this a blessing is that it offers both partners the opportunity for growth and discovery. Being with a Gemini woman allows for emotional depth and excitement, as each moment with her feels like a new adventure. Number 13. Gemini despises falseness, rejecting those who are not authentic or who act in an artificial way. Authenticity is one of the core values of Gemini, and they have a keen sense for detecting insincerity. They don't tolerate pretentiousness or artificial behavior, and they are quick to distance themselves from those who do not show their true selves. Gemini values openness and honesty, and they seek relationships where they can be their authentic selves. Whether it's in friendships or romantic relationships, being true to oneself is non-negotiable for them. This trait is a blessing because it ensures that any connection with a Gemini is genuine and rooted in real emotion. When you form a relationship with a Gemini, you know it's based on mutual respect and authenticity. Their rejection of falseness ensures that the connections they form are deep, meaningful, and lasting. With Gemini, you don't have to worry about hidden agendas or pretenses. You will always get the real deal. Number 12. Gemini can change their clothes, job, love, or residence as quickly as they change their mind, which they do very quickly. One of the most defining features of Gemini is their ability to adapt quickly and change their mind just as rapidly. This sign is not bound by routine or stuck in one place, whether it's their style, their career, their relationships, or even where they live. They are always open to change. This fluidity is what makes Gemini such an exciting and unpredictable partner. Their ability to embrace change means they are rarely bored and are always looking for new experiences. While this can sometimes be seen as instability, it's actually a blessing because it allows for continuous personal growth and adaptability. A relationship with a Gemini will never stagnate. It will always evolve, offering new adventures and challenges that keep things exciting. For Gemini, change is a natural part of life, and they embrace it fully. This trait ensures that a relationship with them is dynamic and never dull, as they are always striving to learn, grow, and experience life in new and innovative ways. Number 11. Gemini has trouble expressing their feelings in words. They prefer to show them. Despite their exceptional communication skills, Gemini can sometimes struggle with verbally expressing their emotions. Instead of talking about how they feel, they often prefer to show it through actions. This might mean a surprise gesture, a thoughtful gift, or simply spending time with their partner in a meaningful way. For Gemini, Actions speak louder than words, and their love language is often more about what they do than what they say. This is a blessing because it allows for a deeper, more nuanced form of emotional connection. While words can sometimes be limiting, actions provide a more genuine and heartfelt expression of love. For those who understand this aspect of Gemini, it can lead to a rich, fulfilling relationship where love is demonstrated through meaningful gestures rather than just words. This preference for showing feelings rather than saying them creates a more authentic connection, where both partners can feel loved and appreciated in tangible, meaningful ways. Number 10. Gemini is good at communication with others, but it's important to understand a key aspect of their character: they are open when they want to be. While Gemini is known for their exceptional communication skills, they are also selective about when and how they engage with others. This is a sign that values their privacy and independence, often choosing when to open up based on their comfort level and personal preferences. They can be incredibly engaging and social when they want to be, but they can also be distant and reserved when they feel it's necessary. This characteristic can be a blessing because it ensures that their interactions are meaningful and intentional. When Gemini chooses to communicate, they do so with purpose, making their words and actions more impactful. Their openness is not something to be taken for granted, it's a rare and precious gift that they share with those they trust. This balance between openness and reservedness allows Gemini to navigate relationships in a way that feels natural and authentic. For those who understand and respect this trait, the communication with a Gemini becomes a deeper, more fulfilling experience. Number 9. When we talk about complex zodiac signs, we cannot leave Gemini out of the list. Known popularly as the sign of the twins, this sign is characterized by a love for good communication. Gemini's complexity makes them one of the most intriguing signs in the zodiac. Known as the twins, they often have two sides to their personality, which makes them multidimensional and unpredictable. They are intellectually curious, emotionally complex, and always seeking new ways to communicate and connect with the world around them. Their love for good communication isn't just about talking, it's about engaging with others in a meaningful way, learning, sharing ideas, and gaining new perspectives. This makes Gemini both fascinating and challenging, as they constantly evolve in their thoughts and actions. The blessing of this complexity lies in the richness it brings to relationships and interactions. Gemini's love for conversation is not just casual, it's a pursuit of knowledge, growth, and connection. Being with Gemini means always having stimulating, thought-provoking conversations that challenge and inspire, ensuring that no moment with them is ever boring or predictable. Number 8. A suffering Gemini loses their characteristic shine, which is a clear indication of their inner discomfort. One of the most noticeable traits of Gemini is their natural brightness and energy. They are often the life of the party, full of enthusiasm and joy. However, when Gemini is suffering or going through a difficult time, this shine fades, revealing the depth of their emotional struggles. This is a sign that doesn't easily display vulnerability, so when their characteristic energy wanes, it's a clear sign that something is wrong. This makes Gemini's suffering particularly poignant, as they tend to mask their pain with humor or distractions. The blessing in this is that Gemini's emotional struggles are often temporary, and they are incredibly resilient. Once they are able to process their feelings, their bright, lively nature returns, often stronger and more self-aware. This capacity for transformation makes Gemini an inspiring person to be around. Their ability to recover from emotional lows and find joy again teaches others about the importance of resilience and the power of personal growth. Number 7. Gemini tends to be quite flirtatious. Although it may not always seem that way because their physical appearance may not be the most attention-grabbing, they love looking in mirrors to make sure everything is in order. Gemini's flirtatious nature is often understated, as their charm doesn't necessarily come from outward appearances, but from their wit, playfulness, and engaging personality. They have a natural ability to connect with others, often drawing people in with their sharp intellect and playful demeanor. Gemini enjoys the thrill of flirting and the excitement that comes with new connections, but they also have a deep sense of self-awareness. They take care in how they present themselves, checking mirrors to ensure that they look their best. While this sign may not be overly obsessed with appearance, they do take pride in how they present themselves to the world. This characteristic is a blessing because it shows that Gemini's flirtation comes from a place of confidence and self-assuredness, rather than insecurity. Their ability to charm and engage with others without being overly focused on their physical appearance makes them uniquely attractive in a way that goes beyond looks. Number 6. Gemini, being an air sign, tends to live in a scattered, distracted, curious, and detail-oriented way. They love surprises, stolen and fleeting kisses. As an air sign, Gemini is constantly in motion, both mentally and physically. Their mind is always buzzing with ideas, questions, and curiosities, which makes them seem scattered or distracted at times. This is simply the nature of the Gemini spirit. They are constantly seeking new information, experiences, and connections. They are detail-oriented because they can pick up on subtle cues and nuances that others might miss, which makes them incredibly observant and insightful. Their love for surprises and spontaneous moments adds an element of excitement to their relationships. They enjoy the thrill of the unexpected, whether it's a surprise adventure or a stolen kiss. For Gemini, life is about embracing the moment and living with a sense of wonder. This restless energy is a blessing because it keeps life fresh, exciting, and full of possibilities. Number 5. Gemini likes to be shown great interest, otherwise, they will leave. One of the most essential needs of Gemini is the feeling of being genuinely valued and engaged with. This air sign thrives on intellectual stimulation and emotional connection. When someone shows them consistent interest, whether through thoughtful conversation, exciting experiences, or emotional attentiveness, it ignites a spark in Gemini that makes them feel alive and appreciated. Without this attention, however, Gemini can quickly lose interest and may even walk away. This behavior might seem fickle, but it's simply because Gemini values meaningful relationships where both sides are equally invested. The blessing in this is that Gemini is not someone to settle for superficial connections. They seek depth, excitement, and genuine bonds, ensuring that when they do commit, it's with someone who truly understands and cares for them. Their need for attention and intellectual connection means they aren't afraid to walk away from relationships that no longer fulfill them, which leads to personal growth and a better quality of life in the long run. Number 4. Gemini is not attracted to overly mysterious people because it gives them the feeling that they are trying to hide something. Gemini, known for their curious and inquisitive nature, is all about open communication and transparency. While they are intrigued by complexity and layered personalities, they tend to shy away from individuals who are overly mysterious or secretive. This air sign values honesty and open exchanges, and when they sense that someone is intentionally withholding information, they can quickly become distrustful or disinterested. The blessing here is that Gemini's ability to read people and sense hidden motives makes them excellent at navigating relationships. They seek authenticity, and this can be a beautiful quality in romantic and personal relationships, as they aren't easily deceived or manipulated. When they encounter someone who is willing to be open and genuine, Gemini's natural charm and affection shine through, creating a dynamic and fulfilling connection. Number 3. Gemini is rarely reluctant to speak a lot. They have no problem taking the floor, although, of course, there may be variations in their personality depending on specific situations. Gemini is known for their conversational prowess and their ability to speak on virtually any topic. This air sign is quick-witted, social, and enjoys expressing their thoughts and opinions. They thrive in situations where they can engage in stimulating discussions, share their ideas, and debate various subjects. However, it's important to note that their communication style can vary depending on their mood, environment, and the people they are around. There are times when Gemini may appear quieter or more introspective, especially when they are processing their thoughts or dealing with personal matters. But generally, Gemini has a natural inclination to speak their mind and connect with others through conversation. The blessing of this trait is that it allows Gemini to form strong relationships based on open dialogue and intellectual exchange. Number 2. The compatibility between Taurus and Gemini is primarily based on admiration and the thrill of experiencing new things with a very extroverted person. The connection between Taurus and Gemini can be a fascinating one, built on the foundation of mutual admiration and shared experiences. Taurus, an earth sign, tends to be grounded, stable, and patient, while Gemini brings excitement, spontaneity, and a thirst for novelty. Together, they balance each other out in a way that can make for a dynamic and complementary relationship. Taurus is drawn to Gemini's charisma and intellectual curiosity, while Gemini appreciates Taurus's reliability and calm demeanor. This relationship works best when both partners are open to embracing each other's strengths. For Gemini, the steadfast nature of Taurus provides a sense of security, while Taurus finds joy in the fresh perspective that Gemini offers. The blessing here is that this connection thrives on growth and new experiences. The excitement that Gemini brings to the table helps Taurus step outside of their comfort zone, while Taurus teaches Gemini the value of stability. Number 1. The things that offend Gemini are when people contradict them or highlight how indecisive or immature they can be. Gemini is a sign that thrives on intellectual engagement, curiosity, and a sense of freedom.